Hello everybody, welcome to the Upside Dan. I know it's been a while since you've seen Dan Wick. I went with the Upside Dan himself to see the movie about my brother, John Wick. Chapter 4, we saw it in 4DX, that's why I look a little bit disheveled, to say the damn least. Oh wait, where's my gun? Ah, there we go. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, so 4DX was a ride and a half, but I'm gonna let the Upside Dan talk to you about the experience, and if he recommends it in the format, you want to make Dan your 4DX guy, please like this video, subscribe to his channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more 4DX content. You wouldn't want the Baba Yaga, his brother, to come after you. So my quick thoughts, this is just a great action film. Such a thrill ride from pretty much start to finish. There's so much action and violence in this one. This is the kind of movie that makes me wish like the Oscars would have like categories for stunt work, the stunt team, the actual stunt actors, the choreography of the fights. I think that they should definitely have awards for that because I think it's going to be tough to beat this one because there's just amazing action in it. Some really good characters. There's a lot of characters. I'd say that it's filled with a lot of characters. I thought that the acting across the board was really good. Keanu Reeves, I mean, we all know he's not here to be an award-winning actor, but he is really good. He works as this character and characters like this, and he's just a likable actor. Don't expect award caliber from him, but I really like him as this character. There's some very fun moments with the action. It's just extraordinarily done. There's a lot of good cinematography, a lot of good shots of different locations, and just a lot of good shots of the action, a lot of smart ways to film the action and show it on the big screen. I do feel the runtime, I think it was a little too long, and again, a little too overstuffed with some stuff, but I really enjoyed it. You gotta suspend your disbelief for this one. Even over a fall that he had in Chapter 3, you gotta suspend your disbelief for a lot of the stuff of how John Wick and other characters survive certain things. There's something like a rule of the lore in this film. I use an example from another one. When you owe someone a debt, you know, you have that thing, your blood fingerprint, and you're not allowed to kill the person holding that. I feel like there should have been a rule in here for something, I'm not going to get into it, that, oh, well, this person shouldn't be able to do this. There was other aspects, there was other things going on, so I understood that part of it, but I feel like, let's just say like the bounty on his head would raise. I feel like the person that was raising it shouldn't have been able to raise it in this time period towards the end, but it led to an amazing action sequence, one of my favorites, but there's a bunch that are one of my favorites. So it's like I forgive it, but I feel like there should have been a tighter rule surrounding this event in this movie. But if you just want a fun action film that's a well-made action film, just a well-made film with a lot of good actors, with a lot of good action, then I think that John Wick Chapter 4 is definitely for you. I think if you liked the other ones, you're going to like this one. This franchise is 4 for 4. I've really liked to loved all of them. It's a great action franchise with a great action character. So is it worth it in 4DX? So I was not skeptical, but like kind of like almost like Creed 3. I was like, oh, it's just a regular action movie, not a superhero action movie, a fantasy action movie. I mean, John Wick has a lot of action in it, and this one's no different. There's action scenes that span for a half hour. A lot of really good action in this, so I definitely think that it's fun in this format. A lot of seat moving, you know, you get a lot of punches in the back from the massagers and the chairs. There's some water stuff. In movies where there's like blood splatter or you know, blood getting shot at you or at someone in the movie, or drool sometimes for comedic effect, water will, like, you'll feel water coming from the auditorium onto you. So that's just one of the 4DX capabilities that it uses a few times here. Not too much, but a lot of seat moving, like when they're driving in a car. There's different tempos, you know, kind of to it. Like if you're driving in a car, it'll be a little like bumpy, but not like moving you all around, unless you're driving in a car that has a big car chase with a lot of turns and everything, which there is in here. There's amazing stuff in here. There's a traffic scene where a lot of the action takes place in the middle of traffic. My mind was blown at times because I thought that they did such a good job with the action, and they did such a good job matching the 4DX capabilities to that action. It was really fun. You felt gunshots, you felt pounds in the back, you felt puffs of air, you saw lights flicker as the guns shot, and there was a couple definitely uses that I definitely noticed of, I've said this before, the seats sometimes follow the camera movement. So if there's not much going on in that scene, they'll follow the camera movements instead. So there's definitely a couple uses of that I definitely noticed. But there's a lot of really good seat movements that they use. There's a horse in here, running, jumping, falling, all of that stuff. The seats move with the action and really immerse you into this film. There's some standout scenes in 4DX. It reminded me in some ways of the Batman, how the Batmobile scene in the Batman in 4DX was just absolutely amazing. One of my favorite 4DX experiences was that scene. There's stuff that rivals that that in 40X for this movie. So I definitely recommend it in 40X. The only warning, it's a long movie, just like the Batman was. It's pretty long to be sitting there in 40X. The seats are not like the nice recliner seats because they have to have all these functions. So if you don't think that you could sit, then yeah, maybe just go see a regular one. I think this would look amazing on IMAX and just a big screen in general. But for 40X, there's some just standout scenes that are some of my favorite that I've ever experienced in 40X, so I recommend it in this format. I think John Wick Chapter 4 is great in 40X, but I just think it's a great movie altogether. So I definitely recommend seeing John Wick Chapter 4 in 40X, or at least on a big screen, especially if you are a fan of action films and the John Wick franchise. Definitely go check this out. Don't forget to make me your 40X guy by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Have you seen John Wick Chapter 4? Have you seen it in 40X? Let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on the movie, and if you saw it in 40X, on the format and your experience with it. If you've liked what you've seen here and you want to see some more content from me, please click around here to see some other content from me. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video with the movie fans in your life, hit that notification bell, subscribe, make me your 40X guy, and come to the upside, Dan.